Hey guys, so I kind of wanted to just do a quick little video. I am in my car, just finished delivery number 10 of 15. I work for a company called Postmate. It's just app-based delivery. Been doing it a long time now, but with what we've been doing with Tin Tam Entertainment and then Ass Lounge, the series with 5B Films, the two companies that I'm a part of, I'm hoping that the Postmate life will be coming to an end sooner rather than later. But it's okay because it's one of those things where it's a job that gives me absolute flexibility and control over how much I make just by the amount that I'm willing to hustle. And I think that's important for this line of work. You need to, I think kind of like Alex Ferrari from Indie Film Hustle says, you need to be able to, be practical, be able to have a job, pay for your bills, but also a little extra for your own projects, whatnot, especially when you're up and coming. But anyway, so I'm gonna try and finish a few more deliveries. I have to get back, and I have to start editing. Mintom's been back at the place doing that right now. She's still working on the rough edit for episode 1, so I'm gonna go alley-oop that and try to get that knocked out by the end of today. And then I just wanted to say that I was listening to a podcast. Indie Film Hustle's been a saving grace, honestly, in terms of just occupying my mind and getting me as far away from road rage as possible, because you're so focused on what his guests are saying, what he's saying, that it's a very educational thing, and in the end you're just a lot calmer and a safer driver, believe it or not, because you don't have the road rage. But yeah, so it's got a few things that kind of stuck out in my mind. I was starting off with his latest podcast, talking from the guy from Stage 32, Richard, I forget his last name, but he just came out with a book on crowdsourcing that I'm super excited about. But I felt like, because we're reading Suzanne Lyon's book, I can never say her name. I don't know why. Lyons, Lyons book. I wanted to couple it because I know one of the reasons why I wanted to read that book is because I, long time ago, listened to her podcast. It was like 10, and now he's on 200 and something for Alex, for his podcast. And so I was like, you know what, we're reading the book, I want to go back and I want to listen to her 2-part interview. And some things that just stuck out, she was talking about business plans, how to, keeping it simple, stupid, kind of going by the KISS philosophy. I really love that, how you don't need an 80-page, business plan in order to be effective. 10-15s are some that, just making it short and sweet, mean and lean kind of thing. Directors and writer selections, how to go about as a producer to find that director, and look at his vision, and more importantly, what are some of the weaknesses that they have and that they know about themselves, and are willing to share with you right up front, so that you can kind of get them out of the way and work, then focus on the strengths as well, being cognizant of all of that. And the same thing with writer selections. Basically, just knowing your craft. Don't submit a 170-page screenplay when that's not the standard. That's when you don't have the budget, especially if you're just trying to get it produced for an ultra low budget, maybe. Again, anything over 90, 95 is screaming too much. So keeping it short and mean and lean, and knowing your craft. And then she kind of started talking about it, like among other things, how to submit your project to producers. If Suzanne was working on a horror project, then the next project that she probably doesn't want to work on is another horror project. But you don't want to assume that. You want to ask her, instead of emailing her and being like, hey, this is what I'm working on, I've never met you, we don't have any rapport, will you do this project? Maybe she was saying, like, work on the relationship a little bit more. Ask her, what is she doing, what is next on her agenda, what would she like to do? That way it kind of helps you get a little bit more familiar and builds that rapport more. And then again, like, just a thing that I really like that we're going to try to do with 5B Films and Tin Tam Entertainment is, crowdsourcing is so huge right now, and Alex and Suzanne were talking about how it's really kind of just like the wild, wild west in terms of going from maybe like traditional distribution with sales agents and using distribution companies versus doing something on your own a little bit, you know, raising those crowds, you know, in the niches that your script is going to be touching, and doing that well in advance of you even starting the first day of principal photography. That way, when you know you get to the point of looking for a distributor or looking for what avenue you want to go, you know, you can go to that traditional distributor or sales agent and be like, okay, well, what's the number that you're willing to give me? Okay, you're going to give me 25,000. Well, I already have, you know, 500,000, a million solid, you know, fans from my social media and all that are targeted, that have been targeted specifically for this project, you know. So then you can kind of start upping the ante, whereas they might have offered you 25, then you could be like, well, I have this other distributor who is willing to kind of offer me a little bit more. You know, I just lots of gold, guys, honestly. Yeah, I wanted to break it up. We've been doing a lot of these videos in the office, and you know, I kind of wanted to show you what the day is. It's about around 1:30 right now on a Wednesday, and gonna head back here shortly and start editing and start the second half of the day. It's what we do. We gotta pay the bills and all that. But yeah. Anyway, I'll let you go. I'll try to maybe edit this together with another video, but it's already 6 minutes long. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say, you know, if you guys like what we're doing and want to hear more and want to interact with us, like or subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Tin Tam Entertainment. And you know, let us know what you think we can do to make these videos a little more efficient, a little bit more valuable. You know, your first advice is probably gonna be like, hey dude, 6 minutes, 7 minute videos, you know, but it's how I roll, baby. All right, you guys have a good day. I'll talk to you later.